Hi, I'm here today to do a pick a card reading for you. This is intended to be a timeless reading, so even though I'm uploading it today, which is mid-January, you might come across it months down the line, years down the line, and there might be a message for you in it at that time. It's not time specific. It's going to be a general reading, so it won't be specific to individual people, but there might just be, like, if some of it doesn't resonate with you and your situation, there might just be one word or one phrase that I use that you just really need to hear right now. And equally, if it doesn't vibe with you now, find one that does, or come back to this months down the line and just be like, oh my god, this is so on the button. So just play it by ear and see how it goes for you. If you like what you see, I'm doing this basically because everybody enjoys the ones that I put up on Instagram each week or every other week, which is just single card reading. So I thought if I did a video, I could expand upon that and do a slightly bigger read for you. It'll work in the same way, where I'll show you an image of the three different piles that I've got, and then you take a few deep breaths to center yourself. Think about what you most need to hear at the moment, because that's the intention that I've set. You're going to get the message that you most need to hear right now from Spirit. And then when you open your eyes, see which pile you're drawn to the most, and then I'll put timestamps in the description below so you can jump straight to the bit that's your pile that you've chosen. If you do like it and you want to see more from me, please follow me on Instagram and subscribe to my channel here so you'll be able to keep updated. I'm hoping to upload these once a week. More of the fun. And obviously, if you do enjoy the reading and you want something that's more personal for you, then check out my website, redkitereiki.com, or just direct message me on any of my social media and we can book a session specifically for you. Okay? So if you've chosen deck number 1, this is your reading. I'm going to start with the tarot cards, where you've got 5 of these. Okay, so we'll start with the Rider-Waite. Okay, so we've got the Page of Pentacles in the reverse, the Page of Wands in the reverse, and the Queen of Wands in reverse. So the 2 pages, that's like a new, fresh energy. It's like a young, like, seedling of a idea. So the Wands is like creative ideas and actions and plans to put into place, and the Pentacles is like, can be around work and money and things like this. So it may be that you've got creative ideas that you could be, like a side hustle that you want to put into place. Because they're in reverse, there's something that's holding you back from becoming like the Queen of Wands, who she's like, when she's upright, she's creative, she's bright and putting her stuff out there. She's a cool lady. So there's obviously something, you've got things that you want to bring forth and you're not doing it at the moment. And then to explain that, we've got the 6 of Water, which tells of harking back to the past and thinking about things that have been before. So maybe not seeing how things could be now by thinking about how things used to be all of the time. And with that, we've got the 8 of Air, which is to do with holding yourself back and not seeing that you have the ability to do these new things. You're holding yourself back. You've maybe got beliefs that you can't do it, or you're not good enough, and all that kind of comparison rubbish that we all get caught in today. Like, who am I to do this? I don't know enough. Who's going to believe me? Who's going to think I'm good enough, or whatever. But yeah, there seems to be something around that where you're limiting yourself. Oh, okay, so totally with that. We've got restriction. I just read the little captions. It comes with 3 little captions to see if any of these sort of resonate with you. So you're experiencing limitations, but they may actually be creative opportunities. Choose helpful constraints to make the big idea real. Don't be fooled by others' limiting beliefs. So that would be around other people thinking you're not good enough. Don't listen to that. You can believe you're good enough. You don't need people's permission. Okay? And in support of that, you've got the cheetah. Okay? Cheetah's not asking for permission. Look at all that like innate power that comes from the cheetah. It's just bursting with energy, and like the wands that you've got here. There, the element of the wands is fire, and it's like you've got all of this inside of you, and for some reason you're just not letting it come forth because of these limiting beliefs that you've got. So you just need to believe in yourself, really, and trust yourself. Shake off those beliefs. Maybe work on some affirmations or something to shift your mindset out of restrictions, and shift it to a more positive I can mentality. Okay, and then you've got this lovely card, Akasha, which says you are divinely guided. So if you've got these ideas that keep coming into your head, like I should paint this picture, I should write about something in particular, things just pop in your head when you're in the shower like that. I get loads of my downloads when I'm in the shower. It's just like, oh, I need to write about this today. And you just feel fired up with that idea, so you need to get it out there before the big idea drifts away. So you are divinely guided, so every time you get an intuitive hit of something you should be creating or something you should do it, follow that. Don't let your brain kick in and restrict you with the whole human ego self-protection thing, like who am I? I'm not good enough. Vulnerability, totally. It's like you might when you create something, you are in a vulnerable position. I know, when I've made stuff to sell in my sewing business, sometimes it's like to put it out there and be like, I made this, do you like it, will you buy it, kind of thing. You are vulnerable. Even building a website and stuff, it's like, oh, I made this, please don't tear me to pieces. You do have to be vulnerable. You need to open your heart. You need to trust that you're not going to fall on your ass. It's all part of being your authentic self and shining just as you. So I think this lady where she was harking back to the past, but it's also, you can see she's got her hands on her stomach. She's just oh, I'm not sure. I'm guarding herself almost, and you're being called to open yourself up and trust that you're not gonna, like I said, fall on your ass. You just trust. And then you've got this lovely card, challenges. So again, it's being like the butterflies, all these butterflies on here. It's spreading your wings. It's showing yourself. You can stay as a caterpillar and cocoon yourself away, but then who gets to see the beauty and wonder that you can be as the butterfly? So I think your message that you're most needing to hear right now is to just let yourself be seen. If you're getting ideas and things that you want to create and things you want to put out there, a person you want to be, just stop telling yourself that you're not good enough. Stop listening to other people telling you you can't, or it's impossible, or who are you to do this? Let it out. Go for it. Use that fire within you and trust. If you enjoyed that reading, please leave a comment down below, or if you have any words of tips or things that you want to see in future videos, please comment down below. Give the video a thumbs up and remember to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on next week's pick a card reading and any future ones. Okay, see ya. Okay, so if you chose pile number 2, this is your reading. I'm going to start with the tarot cards. Okay, we've got 3 from the classic Rider-Waite Smith. So you've got the 9 of Cups in reverse, the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, and the Hierophant in reverse. So what these are telling us, so the 9 of Cups, this is normally where, see, he's sitting quite smugly. He's like, oh, I forgot what I wanted. But he's upside down, so he's not getting what he wanted. So he's been asking, he's been manifesting, and not necessarily even asking, he's just saying, I want this, I want that. But he's not putting the work in. So are you sort of maybe wishing for things in your life? You know, I really, so-and-so's got a really nice car, I want that car. My house isn't as big as Mr. Jones down the road. I want a big house. I deserve a big house. I work hard. I do this. I do that. I'm a nice person. Why aren't I getting all this stuff? And you're getting a bit argumentative, a bit not playing by the rules and following the structures and stuff. You're feeling a bit rebellious at the moment. A little bit in lack of things. You're feeling, yeah, you're not quite where you want to be, but it doesn't look like you're necessarily putting in the right work to bring about the changes that you're looking for. Okay, so you've got the 3 of Water in reverse. So this says that you're maybe not using your spirit team as much as you could be. So this would normally be, it's like friends having drinks together and having a nice time and just having a chit chat and a get together. And with that, you've got this card, Call. So where they're saying you're not working with your spirit team, it's like you need to get in touch with them. You need to start working together and collaborating with your spirit team. You're not on your own, but then equally they're not there to do things for you. You need to work together to bring about the things that you want. Okay, and we've got a little card. It has one big word at the top and then 3 little phrases. So just see if any of these resonate with you. So the top word is ask, which totally goes with your call. So you need to call your spirit team. You need to ask for what you want to bring into your life. So we've got requesting aid takes courage. Verbalize your need for support. Give someone the gift of being an important part of your hero's journey. Delegate it to your guides. So that's totally what I was saying, where you need to, this must be about manifesting, there must be something that you want to be bringing into your life and you're going about it all wrong. It's like when people talk about manifesting and the law of attraction, it's not a case of you put in your order, I want a Land Rover Discovery, and then sit back and expect it to just turn up on your driveway like 2 days later. It doesn't work like that. And equally, you can't keep requesting the same thing over and over again. I want a Land Rover Discovery. Why isn't it here yet? I've asked for it. Where is my Land Rover Discovery? I want a Land Rover Discovery every moon or whatever that you're manifesting on. You need to like put in your order in a sense that you're saying, I have a Land Rover Discovery. I love driving a Land Rover Discovery. I don't in real life, but like for this scenario. So you're expressing the joy and the emotions that having that thing or that change in your life would bring to you, so that angels and guides know why you want it and how important it is to you. And then, so that's like putting in your wish. but then you need to do the work towards it. So to put the work in towards it, you need to, one, show gratitude for what you have right now. So say you've got like a little Volkswagen Polo or something, you've got to look after that car. You've got to be cleaning it. You've got to be, every time it takes you from A to B, just be like, thanks little Polo, good job today. You know, and show gratitude, like show how much a car means to you and how important it is, so that the angels and guides know, and then they'll be like, oh yeah, they love that car, and they could do with a bigger car or whatever, or a faster car. So yeah, it can be hard to ask for help. So it might not be a car, that's like a bit of a frivolous example, but like say it's something like you need a more secure job or something, and you know, maybe you're on a contract that's not that great and you want something, a permanent position or something. So again, it can be hard to ask for that kind of thing, but do and rely on your team. They're there to help you. Yeah, we'll see what else we've got from the oracle cards to go along with this. So you've got the spirit animal of the fire ant. So this would go a little bit with your Hierophant, which has ant in it as well. So it's a bit rebellious. It's not, you know, he's a bit argumentative, a bit fiery. He does toe the line, you know, he follows routine and whatnot, which is a bit what the Hierophant's about. But yeah, he's got this, so you might be feeling a bit argumentative and a bit like breaking the rules at the moment. But that could be because you are going through a transformation. So things like deep down inside of you are changing. You know, you're almost like here, it looks almost like your DNA is like up leveling or something. So if you're going through this deep change, connecting in with your spirit team and stuff, then you are going to feel like kicking back against, you know, pushing against stuff a little bit and seeing your boundaries. Then you've got this card, Strength. So if you are going through a bit of a hard time and you do need to call in your team to help you make these changes and help you through this healing and this up-leveling of your soul, you're going to need to be strong through that and determined. You need to be single-minded in what it is you want and where you want to be, who you want to be, and stick with that. It's almost like you can see like a big arrowhead behind it. It's like you need to be laser focused, what it is you want, and then be willing to put the work in to get you there. Okay, you can't just ask and expect to be given. You need to take steps towards it. So yeah, so if it was, say, like the job example, you don't just sit there waiting for a new job to come. You've got to put your CV out there. You've got to get in touch with agencies or networking through your industry. You know, put yourself in the line of vision of how these things can come about. And if you don't know how to do that, then ask. Like it says, it takes courage and strength to ask for help. This isn't necessarily for each individual one of you. It might not be that you need to ask your angels and guides. It might be a case of asking somebody at the job centre for help. It could be asking your parents for help. It could be asking your boss for help, or whatever your situation and scenario is. Asking someone who already has the knowledge or who has already experienced what you're experiencing and therefore can almost mentor you through wherever you are at this time. And then your final card is Service. So this is, I love service. It's a case of, again, not asking for things to be given to you. It's about how you can help other people. In the helping other people and being of service to other people, it elevates you, and it rewards you in itself by being of service, but also puts you in a position where you're more likely to receive recompense for that service, if you see what I mean. So not to say help people with it in your mind that you will get something back for yourself, but just being of service, it always 100% always just elevates you to, so I always get a greater reward from help from a point of service. So, I don't approach clients of mine, Reiki clients, and say, come for a healing, it will make me loads of money. I always say, I can help you, I can heal you. And it's the service that is, it's a reward in itself. Obviously there is a monetary gain for me, but it's in seeing the growth in them, and it's seeing the healing that they experience from it. That's the reward, and the greater reward than if I was just punting my services for the money. Equally with tarot. So yes, that was reading number 2. I hope it resonated with you. If you enjoyed that reading, please leave a comment down below, or if you have any words of tips or things that you want to see in future videos, please comment down below. Give the video a thumbs up, and remember to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on next week's pick a card reading and any future ones. Okay, see ya. Okay, pile number 3, these are your cards. Okay, so I'm going to start with the tarot cards. Okay, so you've got the Page of Cups in reverse, the 6 of Wands in reverse, and the King of Swords. Okay, so from these 3 cards, kind of looks like you feel like things aren't quite going your way at the moment. So this is usually a card upright, it would be about victory and like a big celebration. Yeah, everything's going really well. And the same with the Page of Cups. He's like a cup half full kind of guy. He's got new love in his life and things like that. So in the reverse, it's like you're feeling like things aren't going that well at the moment. Maybe not got the new love coming into your life that you're maybe wanting, or you're just generally feeling a bit pessimistic and your cup's half empty kind of thing at the moment. And this can put you into this position of being the King of Swords. So if you're not that happy with how things are at the moment, you're quite stern, you've got your sword at the ready to just cut any BS out and just be, maybe not that approachable as you could be. In support of this, you've got the Messenger of Earth and the Ten of Fire. So the Ten of Fire is akin to the Ten of Wands in a traditional deck, which normally would depict a man carrying a massive bundle of sticks on his back. So it's about being overly burdened. But in this deck, it's kind of like, you're burdened, but you setting fire to it. You're like, you're willing to make a change. You've been feeling burdened and you've felt that, and now it's time to make a change. If you look at your King of Swords, which is where you are at the moment, he's got a butterfly on his chair, which is symbolic of change and transformation. So you're sitting here a bit pissed off basically with how things are going at the moment, but you're on a chair of butterflies. So you're open to the idea of changing and making shifts to make things better for you. And the Messenger of Earth, she's telling you that there's no rush. I think you can feel, like particularly in today's society, that people are ahead of you, or that you're not where you should be by the age that you're at. There's always like 30 things to do before you're 30, and the top 10 millionaire millennials and all this, and you're sort of sitting there in your late 30s, 40s, and you're just like, well, I'm getting left behind, time's running out. And it's not. And she's here to tell you you can make the changes, you can set fire to your burdens and stuff, and make way for the new and the new change. But there's no rush, just do it in your own slow and steady, wins the race kind of pace. Okay. So the oracle cards, straight off, change, butterfly, boom, as my son would say, boom. So this card says, don't scare yourself with the next 40 steps. All you need is that one next action. Okay, and then you've got this lovely one, the ever unfolding rose. So whatever's happening in your life, the things that are making you feel all pessimistic and cups half empty kind of thing, it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. Quite often the challenges that we face in life are actually the catalysts to bring about the change that we need, to bring in the life and the vision of what we want our life to be, and what our destiny is, basically, if you want to believe in destiny. Okay, and then you've got this one, acceptance, which is a call to gratitude and using, reflecting on where you are at the moment, and shifting this guy from this sort of pessimistic cup half empty kind of situation. Use gratitude, look around you and see that actually your cup's doing all right. It's, it might not be overflowing, you might not have a fish popping out the top, but it's not all bad. You've got access to the internet if you're watching this video. You've probably got a roof over your head, you've got heating, you've got clothes on, you've probably got a phone, you might have a job, people around you that care about you. Did you have a really nice cup of tea today? Cup of coffee? These are all things to be grateful for. These are all things to see the joy in. And when you shift your perspective to focusing on these little things, it shifts your whole mindset, and you then start to appreciate the larger things that you have in your life, and things that you thought maybe weren't that good. So like your car that keeps breaking down, at least you've got a car. Some people have to get the bus everywhere or walk, or they can't walk, or they've got disabilities, whatever. You see the gratitude, and that shifts your whole mindset. Okay, so your animal spirit card, you've got the oyster. So this is about not hiding away, not hiding the gifts that you hold inside of you. The greatest joy is in sharing your gifts, and allowing other people to feel joy from the things that you have to offer. And so this could be to do with your change and your butterfly to shift you out of this. So this guy, I suppose, is kind of like your closed oyster. He's shut off and not necessarily that open and warm, whereas an open oyster, it's sharing its pearl and its softer underbelly, I guess. Which goes with your sovereign oracle card, where you've got sensuality, which is about trying a tactile approach, cultivating the tingle, follow suppleness and attraction. Honour the kundalini energy underlying the work, release any shame in feeling the thrill. So I guess if you bring that in line with your oyster, it's about not feeling ashamed of who you are deep down inside your shell. Like accepting who you are deep down inside, and being willing to share that. like go through the change and the transformation, and share that inner pearl of wisdom, inner pearl of beauty, inner pearl of wealth and abundance that you have, and share that with the wider world. And in doing so, you're going to flip your Six of Wands, because you've shifted your perspective out of your pessimism. You're going to be an optimistic person. And that will ultimately bring you victory, because you'll flip your Six of Wands up. So yes, gratitude, accepting change, putting down some of your burdens, and things will be in a better place. Okay, so if you enjoyed that reading, please leave a comment down below, or if you have any words of tips or things that you want to see in future videos, please comment down below. Give the video a thumbs up, and remember to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on next week's pick a card reading and any future ones. Okay, see ya.